Welcome to episode 25 of my Clean Bulk series. Today I actually got a partially sponsored video from Coolio. Coolio.com is actually a website that sells athletic wear, shapewear, and different sauna vests. They actually reached out to me to give one of their products a try, so I'll be putting it on and I'll be giving it a try during today's workout. So what they sent me was actually one of their sauna vests. They actually sent me two of them. This is one that I opened. So this is the one I'll be wearing today. Yeah, as you can see, the logo is right there for Coolio. I just wanted to mention that I'm not getting paid to promote this product, nor my thoughts and all my opinions are my own. So I'll actually be doing an honest, biased review. Like I said, they're not paying me to do this, so they actually just wanted me to try out their products, and I was really kind enough, or they were really kind enough to reach out to me, and I agreed to doing it. So like I said, will be a 100% honest review. But yeah, so this is the sauna vest here. Like I mentioned, it's pretty stretchy. I tried it on already, and it seems pretty tight. So yeah, I'm looking forward to giving it a try. I was actually really impressed as well with the packaging. It's kind of like a nice bag. It's got like a Ziploc top on it. I've ordered from BM Fit Gear, which is Bradley Martin's brand before, and it's kind of similar to that. So I was actually really impressed with the quality of the bag, and I'm actually also pretty impressed with the quality of the material. So yeah, this is what I'll be wearing today, and I'll be putting you through the workout to see whether or not I like it, and I will be doing an honest review at the end of my workout. So currently I'm in Mesocycle 2, and it will be day 3 of my training program. This Mesocycle is focused on improving that V-taper look. So this workout's actually going to be workout geared towards actually improving your V-taper. So feel free to give the exercises a try. I'm going to put all the reps and sets and everything for the workout that I'll be doing today. But yeah, like the V-taper is kind of meant to kind of bring up my shoulders, my upper chest, and my back. So I kind of want to improve that wideness at the top. So a lot of my workouts have been really oriented around back and shoulders, I've been noticing. So I've been really sore getting used to the volume, but I love volume. So I'm a fan of high volume training, so it's been actually really nice to get in the gym and do this kind of training. But yeah, like I said, I'll be wearing that sauna vest for today. And from my last show, from my Atlantic Classics, which was the first show I did back in April, it was actually, I did it as a natural athlete, and it was actually an untested show. So I'm really looking forward to kind of doing a full natural show next year, tested natural show, and just kind of being on the same even playing field and seeing how I compare to other natural athletes. There is actually no men's classic physique. That's what I competed in when I did the Atlantic Classics, was men's classic physique. There is no men's classic physique for natural bodybuilding shows. So I actually made the decision. I talked with my coach, and we both made the decision that we're going to be moving up to bodybuilding. So that's kind of really excited about that, because honestly, bodybuilding is it's probably, I really like men's classic physique, but I want to be able to grow into bodybuilding, and that's kind of what I'm passionate about. So I think that it's been really driving me in the gym and making sure that I'm training hard to do that. The main difference between the classic physique and the bodybuilding is just the mandatory poses that you have to do. So I'm really trying to work on those, like the front lat spread and the back lat spread. And like the relaxed poses, I kind of struggled with keeping the core tight during my first show. I think that was one of my weaknesses. So I'm kind of trying to improve on those. So there's more poses, mandatory poses, but my coach actually met up with him twice to do 2 different posing sessions. And so far they've been going pretty good. And I'm not planning on doing a show until the fall of 2020. So I've got another year to go, and I made that decision as well, because I kind of, since being a natural athlete and I want to go into bodybuilding, I want to be able to put on enough size. I want to give myself an adequate amount of time to do so. So we kind of made the decision to move up to bodybuilding and do a show in fall of 2020. Since I've had like a more prolonged off season, I feel like it's very important to set a goal and really stick to it, because the longer the off season, the more easy it might be to not get back up on that stage and compete again. But honestly, that's not the case for me. I've been taking it just as seriously as my contest prep, and I think that like the goal that I set for myself was to win my natural pro card. That's the first thing on my list, and that's what I want to do, and that's what I'm going into the gym every day with the mindset of trying to achieve, is just to better my physique, to bring to the bodybuilding stage and win that natural pro card. And I took all the steps. Like after my first show in April, I knew that I wanted to have a clean bulk. I wanted to kind of take it seriously, and I did everything everything possible to do so. Like I hired my new coach. He's kind of more aligns to my goals, which is Patrick McGinnis, for those who don't know. I did a video on it with a coaching update, and so you can definitely check out that if you want to know more about it. But yeah, he's put me through a full periodized training program. We're going over my weaknesses, we're going over my posing. So like I said, that's a protocol, clean bulk protocol that I'm following with my new coach. And I also am following nutrition to a T. I'm not just eating what I want. I am doing, if it fits your macros kind of thing, a flexible dieting approach. But I'm eating clean foods. So it's not really if it fits your macros, because I'm kind of filling them with, I'm trying to be conscious of the food choices that I'm making. It's not necessarily a meal plan. I just get macro targets and I have to hit them. But it still keeps me accountable. And if it wasn't, for having that meal plan, having that training, and hiring that new coach, it might be a little bit easier to slip up on my training and on my nutrition. But like I said, I think it goes back to just having that clear goal, and just kind of, I think it's very important for everyone to set a goal if you are planning on taking the prolonged off season, and really stick to it and give yourself a chance every day to achieve that goal. So I started today's workout off with a chest supported T-bar row for 3 working sets of 6 to 8 reps. The first set you see here is just a warm-up set, and I really like this variation over your standard bent over T-bar row. I find it's a nice change, and it can eliminate your body momentum by using other muscle groups to help out with the movement. It also reduces the lower back involvement, and it really allows you to isolate hitting your lats, traps, rhomboids directly. When developing your back, you want to be able to completely stretch it out. I feel it's very important, and this exercise really allows you to do this. The use of straps is also great for back training because it's able to allow me to focus on contracting my back and developing that strong mind-muscle connection, and I can completely forget about all my grip altogether during this exercise. But I do believe that strong grip is very important. I also did a video on this with some great unique grip exercises for improving your grip strength, so definitely go check that out. So now moving into the second exercise, which is the seated wide grip cable rows for 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps. I never really like to go too heavy with these because I find it much harder to maintain that mind muscle connection when I do. And once again, I'm using straps to really reduce that forearm involvement. With this exercise, I'm really focusing on pulling with my elbows. I think that's very important for any back exercise that you do. And I'm trying to keep the bar path low to really prioritize those lower lats because with the first exercise, which was the T-bar chest supported row, we're hitting more of the upper lats and the upper back. This exercise will actually help you with your back width, and I like to let the bar take me forward a little bit because I find that this really increases the stretch that's placed on the lats, and we know how important it is to get that great stretch for back development. The third exercise is the close grip lat pull downs. Since we just did a wide grip pull with the seated wide row, now it's time to incorporate a close grip pull. Once again, using full range of motion to really create that deep stretch in the lats is very important. You also want to maintain shoulder scapular retraction during this exercise, which is basically pulling your shoulder blades together and allows your chest to stick out, similar to what you would see on a bench press. I did 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps, and I aimed to reach a last set RPE of 10, which is failure, meaning I really couldn't do another rep if my life was on the line. This makes picking the right weight for this exercise very important, and tracking it from week to week to make sure that I'm progressing by either adding some weight or even a rep. So now we're going to be hitting some snatch grip shrugs for 3 sets of 10 reps. The snatch grip variation of the shrug is actually done by just taking a wider than shoulder width grip, and this is because it actually has shown to increase the involvement of the traps. And trap development can actually make a big difference in how your physique looks. And now that I'm moving from classic physique to bodybuilding, trap training is definitely important to include in my training program now. I like to alternate between the barbell and the Smith machine for these, and I really like to use straps to help make sure that my traps fail before my forearms do. Another tip for this exercise is to slightly lean forward. For me, I find this helps to get more engagement for my traps, and I find that it provides for an easier shrugging motion as well. So now we're moving on to the chest portion of my workout with the starting off with the incline bench press for 2 sets of 8 reps. Like I previously mentioned before, the priority of this block was to actually improve that upper body by building that solid V-taper look, and a solid upper chest will actually, when you're doing your front lat spread and you're doing any type of pose, it will actually, your side chest, it will actually improve the width of your upper body. So that's kind of why we're choosing to do the incline over the flat bench. With the bench press, like your standard traditional flat bench, I always like to progressively overload as much as possible, but with the incline I actually like to go a little bit more conservative with the weight and allow for a smoother cadence of the bar path. With this lighter weight, it can be better for the squeeze, and I find I'm able to kind of control the bar and feel better in my chest, as opposed to going too heavy. I find myself rushing through the movement, but because I use lighter weights, I like to use intensity techniques. One that I like to do is on the lowering of the bar, so the eccentric portion, I like to really increase the time of under tension by going as slow and controlled as possible and really exploding with the press on the way up. That's just kind of one technique I like to do, and I find that it really has helped me so far with my chest, I feel. So after we're finished with the incline bench press, we're actually continuing the incline work of the upper chest, and we're going to be moving into the incline dumbbell press. It's always great to have a good mix of barbell and dumbbell work into your programs, but I feel like dumbbells provide slightly a better benefit for helping to improve your stabilization muscles, which can actually translate into improving your other lifts. So with this incline dumbbell press, we're going to be doing 2 sets of 12 reps. I really like to, like I said, pick a weight that I'm able to control and really focus on doing that squeeze. And it also has been shown that a 45-degree bench angle has been shown to be the most optimal for developing your chest. So I always like to keep this in mind when I'm adjusting the bench to the height that I'm going to be performing this exercise with. And another tip I like to do with the dumbbells, with the incline dumbbell press, is I like to focus on driving my bicep towards the midline of my body or my chest, and really focus on squeezing and contracting the muscle. I find that this allows me to really get that strong mind muscle connection for my chest. So if you're having a hard time with feeling your chest exercises, because I know sometimes the dumbbell press I can kind of feel it in my shoulder, and I kind of feel it in my tricep sometimes, but yeah, if you really focus on driving your bicep to the midline of your body and really focus on squeezing in each rep, I find that can really help improve that mind muscle connection with your chest. So yeah, we're going to be finishing the incline work here with the incline dumbbell press, and this is a great exercise to include after the incline bench press. So now after we finish with the 2 pressing movements, we're actually going to be stretching things out with the cable flies, and this is actually going to be the low to high variation, which is going to hit the upper chest because it runs kind of how the upper chest fibers run. So you're going to be prioritizing, like I said, the upper chest, and that's the whole idea of this block. Most people kind of don't know the difference between the low to high and the high to low. Like I said, the low to high is going to hit the upper chest, and then the high to low is going to hit more of the lower chest. So yeah, like I said, in this block, we're going to be focusing on the upper chest, so that's what we're going to be doing here. And we're actually going to be doing 3 sets of a higher rep range, so we're going to be doing 15 reps. And our goal is to really isolate that upper chest and really focus on squeezing. I really like to do, sometimes what I like to do is I like to do this unilaterally, which means 1 at a time. I find that this way I'm able to really focus on each side of my chest and really able to squeeze, because I find that sometimes one side of my chest wants to take over and it might be stronger than the other. So I really like to balance out my workouts and balance out my physique by including this as a unilateral, but today I just did it with the both at the same time, just for the practicality of the video. But yeah, like I said, you really want to stretch things out, so this is going to be performed in a higher rep range, and once again I'm focusing on the same things as I am with the other exercises of driving my bicep to my chest and really getting that full squeeze and really pumping a lot of blood in the chest. So yeah, this is a great exercise to include after a pressing movement. Yeah, so this is going to be the low to high cable fly. So now we're moving into the final exercise for the day, which was the seated pec deck machine flies. This is going to be for 3 sets of 15 reps. Once again, we did 2 pressing movements, so we're going to be doing 2 fly type movements. This is a lot of volume, which I'm loving because I love high volume training. So my coach has actually provided me with the periodized training program where we're going to be trying to gradually increase volume from week to week, while prioritizing, this block, we're prioritizing the upper body, like I mentioned before, so we're really trying to bring up that V-taper. So yeah, this is going to be the next exercise. A couple tips that I like to do with this is I like to
kind of keep my my elbows up. I don't like to try to bring my elbows to my side. I find it puts my shoulder in an uncomfortable position, and I'm able to, if I really keep those elbows up, I'm able to really focus on squeezing with my chest. And at the end of every rep, I really like to focus on squeezing, almost like pressing my palms together. And I find that this has really increased the activation in my chest. I'm able to get a really deep burn. Yeah, so this is going to be the final exercise. This is a great finisher. And after the last fly movement and the 2 pressing movements, my chest was pretty much toast. So yeah, this is a great finisher exercise, and that's going to do it for the workout. So we're actually going to be ending this workout off with some post-workout cardio. This is MISS style cardio, which is moderate intensity steady state cardio. It's a little bit, obviously it's in between HIIT and LISS. HIIT is high intensity and LISS is low intensity. I really like this. It's kind of works out to be like a light jog for me. Basically some signs of MISS is that you can't really keep a conversation. You find yourself kind of getting a little bit out of breath, but not too out of breath. So this just happens to work out to be about 2.5 incline on the treadmill at 4.5 speed, and I find that this is able to get myself into a nice jog, and I did this for 20 minutes. So I do this 2 times a week.
Alright guys, I hope everybody enjoyed that workout. Honestly, the Coolio product, it was really great for keeping my core body temperature elevated. It kind of served the purpose for the warm-up too, because I find that like normally sometimes it takes a little bit longer to warm up. I always go through like a series of dynamic stretches when I warm up, but this vest actually allowed me to warm my body temperature up a lot quicker, and a warm muscle actually reduces your chances of getting injured. So yeah, in terms of the winter, I think this would come in really handy to wear underneath my gym clothes, because I know sometimes when I'm going to the gym in the winter, I can't even feel my toes and my feet, and it's really hard to kind of get into the workout. So I think that this vest would actually be really great for the winter months. If you're living in Canada or you're living in some colder places, I think that this vest definitely serves a purpose. But honestly, I was really impressed with the quality of it. It actually held up. It didn't feel as bad as I thought it would, because I kind of felt it and it kind of felt thick. But honestly, it didn't even feel that bad. The mobility was really great. I was able to move. I didn't feel like I had to adjust it. I didn't feel uncomfortable at any time. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this product. And you can definitely check out their website. They have a lot of different, they have shapewear, they have sauna vests, and they have apparel. So definitely go head over to Coolio.com and check them out. I would totally recommend them, and I would definitely place an order in the future. But yeah, like I said, definitely a recommended product. And in terms of my channel, I just recently started a new series on my channel. It's called Weak Point Wednesday. Basically what I do is I break down a given muscle group every single Wednesday. I go through its full anatomy, I organize it in a common training split, and I also give you exercises and a workout program that you're able to do to help bring up that lagging body part. So the first one I did was on chest, so I'd really appreciate everyone go watch that. It's on a playlist on my channel, so definitely follow that series. And subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of videos coming. Like I said, I'm planning on doing a bodybuilding show, natural bodybuilding show next year. So you can follow my journey there through the series that I have. It's a clean bulk series. So not only do I do that, but I also do motivational style videos, nutrition videos, and educational style videos. And then the Weak Point Wednesday is just a new series. So to stay in the loop, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell notification to get notified whenever every time a new video drops, because YouTube kind of has a funny way of hiding it. And don't forget to like the video as well. It kind of would raise exposure to people who might be interested in my this type of content, and it might get them exposed to my channel. So yeah, definitely hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell notifications. And until next time, peace out.